We are live.
Outstanding. Hello. Welcome to another edition of Cigars and More Live.
Cigars and More Live.
Behind the curtain.
Yes, I'm hoping the stream looks good. Hey, let us know if you can't hear us, by the way. If you have trouble hearing us, I can change that. We were having a few issues.
Absolutely. Send us some feedback. We've got funny earpieces in this week. Mine is very noticeable. Yours masked blends in with your shirt.
Well, it's like I chose a black one on purpose or something.
I think you did. I mean, I don't plan far enough ahead in these things. But we're going to be having Nish Petal join us just in a few moments this week. Very excited to have him. Nish is a lot of fun, and we're looking forward to you guys hearing what he has to say. Got a few questions to ask him. I don't know if he's ready for this, though.
No.
Like our questions sometimes can be a little invasive. A little too personal.
You consulted a psychological manual for that, didn't you?
I did consult, and I may have asked a few of his people who know him very well. We'll see. Either way, he's got a drink in hand, as you'll see here in a moment. As do we,
Cheers.
Because our bar is open back up here at
Clink.
the 280 location. Social distancing with our glasses too. We got a lounge full of people in the next room. Hopefully they're tuning in as well. It's exciting to see people back in the lounges, as we said before.
Yeah.
Lot going on in our world today, but hopefully here for the next little bit, we can offer you a nice respite from the real world, and we can all relax together, have a wonderful premium cigar, and perhaps a beverage of your choice for the next little bit. How are you today?
I'm actually feeling better now. Like the rush of getting this going has made my day better. I was having a little bit of a meh day.
You and John, I'm always amazed. I don't think I'm learning anything, honestly. I think I just stand amazed at how you guys work technology. Like none of it's rubbing off on me.
Yeah.
I don't learn a lot. I've got to be honest. Like I would like to say, it's like when you're coaching me and telling me to do things, none of it really sticks. Yeah. I'm sorry. That's not because you're a bad teacher. I'm a poor student. But it may be unwilling to learn.
I would agree with you on that.
But
we have something to agree with.
But it's watching you guys work that quickly. By the way,
thanks, Scott.
What the hell is behind us?
I think that's an old school tablet from the 1820s.
Yeah, or a 75-inch high definition TV, courtesy of Nish Petal. From Rocky Patel Premium Cigars.
Hey, aren't we going to interview him today?
We're about to bring him on.
Nice.
Why don't we do that right now? Everyone's tuned in. They didn't tune in to listen to us. Why don't we bring Nish in and say hello? He just got home from work. I don't want to keep him all evening.
True.
He probably wants to eat dinner.
Maybe. So are you ready?
Let's do this. Let's bring him on. I don't want to keep the man waiting.
And there's the man, the myth, and the legend.
Nish, you are live.
How you guys doing today? And you know what? I already had a big lunch, so this is my dinner.
Fantastic!
Nice.
Hey, brother, I'm right there with you.
Nice.
Nish, it's always good to see you. You've always been a joy to be around with. Your energy knows no limits. I can't keep up with you. It's always a lot of fun. You're really one of the good guys in the premium cigar business, and every interaction I've ever had with you and anytime I've spent time with you has been, I've always left enriched. But we welcome you to the show. This month, you've been so very gracious in partnering with us and giving us a lot of resources. We've told them last week, Nish, the things that we're going to win. This is Rocky Patel month, that we're promoting all of your products here at all 5 of our locations throughout the entire month of June. And these beautiful party pack cases. I mean, this had to have been inspired by you, yes?
Yeah.
It actually was, and I have 3 of them right now at my house because I've been doing a lot of these Zoom events like that.
Yeah.
And I've got the stingray one because, as you know, it comes in a stingray, a crocodile, and an ostrich. And I've got the stingray filled with 18-year-old Scotch in there.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Got cigars, so every time I show somebody the travel case, I got to pop the bottle out and pour myself a little drink.
100%.
So I had a question for you, Mr. Nish. Did you skin those eels yourself?
The stingrays.
Stingrays? Did you skin them yourself?
Yeah, I wanted to, but I'm a chicken shit.
Listen, anything that can kill the crocodile hunter, I want no part of, right?
Right?
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
I'm
like,
done.
And the stingray. I mean, the stingray killed him. Remember?
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want.
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks.
I'll just use it already made. That's the perfect way to do it. And you know what? These things are so awesome because they hold 20 cigars.
Yeah.
Comes with a 5-flame lighter. I mean, it's awesome.
They're it's an incredible piece. A lot of companies, and I'm just going to be honest, and Nish, you know I worked for a few cigar companies, and sometimes you get swag in and you're excited about consumer engagement events and you really want to have something to wow people, and then you get pictures like they'll send us the PowerPoint presentation of how we're going to execute our strategy, and then when it shows up, it's like, wow, this is the cheapest thing I've ever seen, right? It's like no one is going to want to buy a box of cigars to get this, and then these show up,
And then you're
and I'm like, mind blown. Like, this is first class. Got to give you props and know that you had a hand behind this for sure.
I know, I want one like crazy myself.
Very, very like-minded, my friend. This is when someone walks through the door with one of these, you know it's about to be a party.
Yes, it is.
10 iterations of this thing, and you should have seen some of the other ones. They weren't really that great. You know?
Oh, really?
We're happy right now.
Oh, absolutely,
You
man.
get those.
So it's a great thing. We can. Heath Hill has joined us, by the way, Nish.
Love Heath. You know, it's finally good to get him off the golf course.
I'm telling you, it's all the. And listen, if the man can shoot below par, he's spending too much time on the golf course. Like any self-respecting person in the cigar business has to have it above a 5 or 6 handicap. Come on, Heath.
Got a great story about Heath Hill in golf. So, as we know, he was a scratch shooter and everything else.
Yes.
So we're at Burn here in Naples, and we're having a sales meeting with all the reps. And the next morning, we're golfing. We're teeing off at like 7 a.m. in the morning. Now, we all know Heath doesn't drink, and we all drink. 2 in the morning, I go, this is not going to be a fair fight. 4:05 in the morning, I got him a 12-ounce cup of espresso. Made him drink it. That poor guy could not sleep all night. I go,
Jeez.
That's brilliant. Brilliant. Well played. That was the only way you're going to do it. I mean, nicely executed. Listen, he's so great, Nish. The first time I met him, he was actually here in Birmingham, and I remember the young lady used to work with you, introduced me to him, and I pulled her aside and I said, that guy is as full of it as a Christmas turkey. I said, there's no way he's that nice. And but as I've gotten to know him through the years, man, he's a gem. Like he truly is the perfect gentleman, a tremendous friend, and he's 100% authentic.
When he came in for the interview at the office, it was hilarious because we've never met this nice of a guy ever.
No.
And after the first 10 minutes, me and Dave Bullock, our VP of sales, go, hey, Heath, can you excuse us for a second? We made him go outside. We go, either this guy's the biggest bullshitter you know or the nicest guy. And it turns out he is the nicest human being I've ever met.
Nish, I echo that sentiment. I was in ministry for several years, and I never met anyone that nice in the church. Got to be honest with you. I mean, he's unbelievable. I thank God to know him, and I know you guys are blessed to have him on board. You're also blessed. Scott Salmon's joining us now.
Yeah.
Our local rep here. Great guy. I used to sell cigars to Scott and now sell cigars to me. So we've come full circle in this relationship.
Well, I got to tell you, Scott's got the toughest job because he's got to follow Heath.
I'm telling you, man.
And, hey, Scott's awesome, too. Scott's phenomenal.
Scott's a good dude. Louisiana boy originally, and I've lived there for a few years prior to here, and I got those are some of my favorite people on the planet. And he knows good food, I can tell you that. So,
yes, he does.
Hey, tell us real quick. I don't think Devin knows, Nish, and I know some of our guys listening. How the hell did you get into this business? I mean, because I feel like I know a story like your brother had to twist your arm. Like, I mean, what I know it's you'd have to be insane to be in this business in the first place. So tell us the genesis behind how this all occurred.
So, Rocky started outside in Venice, California. He had like a townhouse, right? 3 floors long, three floors high. And
Okay.
he started the company out of a small room inside of the garage
Wow.
down.
Jeez.
And I was always with him, but never worked for him.
Sure.
And palate wasn't that great then, and I'd help him out, like big smokes, cigar dinners, things like that. At that time, he'd come out with Indian Tobacco, the Chief, which was a double Corona, then a Boxer, Super Forte. And I'd give it to my customers and clients, and some days they'd be great. Other days, it'd be a piece of dog shit.
Yeah.
It wouldn't burn right. And I'm so proud how he's reinvented himself and just making quality cigars now. So in 2004, I was vice president of sales of Capital Equipment Company. We were actually doing pollution control systems for the web offset industry, which is the printing industry.
Yeah.
And I was living in Chicago, and the president of the company I was working for just passed away in a motorcycle accident. And this about a week before, 10 days before the RTDA trade show in Las Vegas. Back then it was called RTDA.
Yeah.
And Rocky flew to Chicago, and he said, "Hey, listen, I'd like you to come on board. I'd like you to help me, and let's see where it goes, and I'll bring you in as director of sales." I go, "Rocky, you really can't afford me right now, but I'll take care of you." And we had a lot of brokers and things like that. So he goes, "Just come down to the show, see if you like it." So I got down to Vegas. We were staying at the Frontier.
Wow.
Shithole hotel.
Oh my God.
And back then, all the reps were doubling up.
Yeah.
I got a room because I was the last guy invited, except for my cousin Nimmy D, who had the presidential suite because he gambles and whatever at the Frontier. First guy I met, other than I knew all those guys, the years they've been friends. But Nimmy D, my cousin, takes me to the show floor, and the first guy I run into is Jonathan Drew.
Oh,
So this is my impression of the cigar industry's Jonathan Drew.
that's hilarious.
Imagine, and then his partner Marvin Samuel.
Yeah.
So we had a smaller booth. It was kind of the same type, and that was the year we came out with Edge and Sungrown and a cigar, which we had to change the day of the show. So
Really?
I got in at the lucky time, and I've got a story about the Edge.
I'd like to hear that, because the Edge really, in my opinion, changed the game for you guys.
Yeah.
When I was a retailer, that was a game changer.
It absolutely did, and it's a great story, and I'll get to it in a second.
Sure.
So I'm at the show, and I've got full mode. I'm dissect everything here, and I've got, okay, this broker, he's lazy, he's got to go. This guy's got to go. This guy's got to go. And I'm putting my whole corporate identity into it, not knowing the whole cigar business at the time.
Sure.
There was a bar at the Palms called the Ghost Bar up on the rooftop.
Okay.
I go there, and I got all fucked up, and I got my stolen, and I got the on. So now I had none of my notes. I was to the derelicts like we all are.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I had a great time. I go, well, I got to help sell. So I just followed my brother around the booth, and I started doing his spiel. So I got done. I got back to Chicago, and Rocky sends me a check. I'm wondering, what's this for? And he said, "You sold more cigar boxes than anybody in all our reps."
I love it.
Great. I love it. I came down there, and the rest is history. There was only 5 of us in the company. We had about a total of 800 square feet.
Wow.
You had a big board, and you'd sell I think we were probably doing $180,000 a year. At the end of the year, because of Edge, we might have ended up at about 1.1 million or something like that. But it was just fun. And I remember seeing this Edge tray, and now back in Memorial Day, Rocky was up in Green Bay at my parents', and he brings me this cigar called Edge. And he goes, I want you to smoke it. What do you think? I go, Rocky, it's too strong for me, and I don't smoke as much. I go, how are you going to display it? He goes, it's going to be in a 100-count tray. It's not going to have a band on it. It's going to say Edge, and I'm going to put a stamp on it that goes, please sit while smoking, because it's that powerful. I go, it'll never sell.
That's hilarious.
Clue about marketing. I go, nobody's going to buy a cigar without a band on it in a tray. Nobody's going to know. I go, yeah, you told me when I put Rocky Patel on my name that nobody's going to buy a cigar called Rocky Patel either. So what do I know? And, it just took off, and Edge we came up with the roll, and it was a game changer.
It was. I think the cigar consumers were ready for something different at this point.
Yeah.
Coming out of the boom, they were tired of, a lot of them were, and I'm not disrespecting any of the old brands, but people were just kind of tired of what they knew as their grandfather's cigars and their father's cigars, and they wanted to have their own personality and smoke what they liked now and have their own. And I think it was perfect timing for you guys to do that. And it's been a lot of fun to see the evolution of your company through the years. It really has.
I'm very lucky because I consider all our reps, all the people that work with us, and I know my brother does, my cousin does, Dave does. We consider family, and unfortunately, I don't get to see the reps as often unless I'm on the road.
Sure.
But here in Naples, when we have barbecues, we have shipping over, we have everybody over but accounting because they always want a penny pinch. But, we treat it as family. I consider all our reps, some of them are my best friends, and it's just a great business. There's no business like the tobacco industry. I mean,
it's really not.
I mean, I go to so many shops around the country, and it's the same. You have a group of people. It could be a CEO, a janitor, a construction worker, a judge, a salesperson, and there's always one guy that knows it all in every single cigar shop.
Every time.
Help each other out. There's no race. There's no boundaries. There's not what you do. It's not, put it simply, there's not that many assholes in this business.
It's very true. You're 100% right. I mean, it's some of my best friends in my life I met over this. This. And it's the great equalizer. That's what this is. I mean, it's hard for me, and I was a writer by trade at one point in my life, Nish, and I can't put into words that sufficiently describe how this brings us together. But it's magic. It's beautiful. I love it. And I love that you guys, that you've been able to be a part of that. I imagine it's brought you a lot of joy.
Oh, it's amazing. And the friendships. I mean, just talk about your stores. I've seen the growth that you guys have done, and from changing humidors to lounges to having full bars, in your Birmingham locations, the ones that you have in Tuscaloosa now, all these locations. So I've seen that growth, being in the business now for over 16 years. And it's great just growing up and seeing that evolution of everybody in the industry. And right now, I think it's a consumer's market. There's so many great cigars out there made by so many wonderful manufacturers.
Oh, absolutely.
Tough. You go in a humidor, you really can't pick up a bad cigar. There's something for everybody's taste.
It's true. It's true. Brand loyalty is hard to come by because of that sometimes, but you guys have seemed to have that in such a competitive market since you brought it up, where there's so many, you can't pick up a bad cigar, it seems, these days. You guys still have gotten, and like you said, at one point you were doing $180,000 a year, which is hard to fathom now at this point. But now you're a super small boutique company, and now all of a sudden, you guys have some of the greatest brand loyalty
absolutely,
in the industry. What do you attribute to that?
I think I'm glad that we're on YouTube so I can say it and I don't have to be watching cues. But I think my brother is very anal when it comes to quality control.
Yeah.
He learned that from the Indian tobacco days when somebody else was making the cigar. And he went down to Honduras and being Indian, not being Jewish, not being Latin, trying to get into that business. And he met with Nestor Plasencia. And Nestor had just bought the old Swisher factory. It's just state of the art. It was beautiful. And he said to Nestor, listen, everybody knows you, Nestor, as making great tobacco, growing great tobacco, fermenting it, aging it. That's what you're known for. But back then, nobody knew him for the wonderful cigars that they're making now. It's just because they didn't market it, whatever they did. So he goes, give me full control, complete autonomy of this factory. Let me put my quality control stuff in. Give me the tobaccos to play with. We'll partner up. So we got some of the best tobaccos, which he was able to blend. And the Rocky Patel cigar grew up with a Honduran cigar, more medium bodied.
Yeah.
We were lucky that after Edge and Sun-Grown Decade came out, Edge Light came out, things like that. But then we wanted to expand, and people go, you're bringing so many cigars out. Well, we wanted to hit everybody's palate. Now, how do you grow if you only have a Honduran cigar, right? Because now that's your traditional Rocky Patel.
Sure.
And you keep growing. So you try and get market share. So we decided to partner up with Amilcar Perez, who was Papin's son-in-law at one point. And we partnered up with them. We started our own boutique cigar company out of Nicaragua in Esteli called Tabacusa. And we wanted a completely different range of cigars. I think some of our best stuff is coming out of Nicaragua right now, just from my palate.
Sure.
Right? I'm a medium full guy. And that expanded the line, and we just kept growing. And now what we're doing is we're aging a lot of cigars. So we put about 3 million cigars under lock and key. We've been aging them for 2 years. We're coming out with a lot more limited stuff that we can, like a chef, take some of the aged tobacco that we don't have a lot of. After we roll it, put it away for 2 years. That's what we did with this TA that I'm smoking.
I'm so ready to smoke that. I'm ready for those to come in.
You haven't got them. I'm telling you, that blend is phenomenal. This cigar, even though it's got a lighter priming San Andreas wrapper on it, what we've done is it's tobaccos from our farms in Nicaragua, but it's got a special tobacco that we're not telling anybody where it came from. It's a beautiful medium bodied. It's got sweetness. It reminds me of the old Cubans when they're with a lot more complexity and a lot more flavor. Yeah. So I'm really excited for you guys to try it.
So you can't give us like a hint as to where it came from on the show, because I've got to pick and pride. Like I have to ask. There's no hint. Like
I'll just say it's Bangladesh. How's that?
Did you age this in like dirty underwear? Like, does this have like the essence of you in this cigar in that respect? Like,
here's the problem: we only made 1,000 boxes. If I have the essence of me, we'd run out of those stuff pretty damn quickly.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
at this time.
Yeah, he'll just said Bangladesh as well. Yeah, block user. Like, oh my word. Well, I gotta ask him a question and put him on the spot for a second, Devin.
I'm ready.
Nish, of course, we're in Alabama, and most of our customers and our people watching are from here, and I don't want you to hesitate. I want you to tell the truth. Don't worry about hurting my feelings or anyone else's. Just tell us, if you got to choose the University of Alabama or Auburn University, who is it?
Auburn.
My man!
I think our viewer count just dropped. Oh, no.
War Eagle.
Hey, I'm tired of traveling all these years with Mr. Heath Hill. Roll Tide.
I absolutely love it. You just made my day. So if you guys heard it here first, Nish Petal comes out on Cigars More Live Behind the Curtain and lets you know he is an Auburn fan. And we can think, he still says that's blasphemy. Well, you can blame yourself, Reverend, because you drove him to that point. So that is on you, Heath. You just made my day, brother. That's the best. What are you smoking right now, Devin? Which one are you? You're finishing one of them. What was it?
It was.
That's the Decade, right?
Yeah.
The Decade. I remember. Nish, you probably remember Truly Cigars in Florence, Alabama. I know we had you up there before. Started up there with my buddy Tobias Jones, and he's such a great dude, and would love to see him back in the business again because the business loves him, and I know he loves the business. But that was the first time I think I met you, but we sold the Decade like it was going out of style.
Out of style.
Yeah, I mean that's my brother's still favorite cigar.
I can totally see why. Well, I want you to know, and you let your brother know before we go, that after we're off the air, that we have your title listed. You can't. You might can't see this on YouTube, but you are listed as the ultimate badass at Rocky Patel Premium Cigars, and in my opinion, that's the truth. By
the way, Jason, I have a great story about Decade for you.
Let's hear it.
So, when Decade came out, Rocky, myself, and Nimi D were going to Nicaragua, and he goes, I've been dealing with a small company. He's got 4 rollers. They're blending the cigar. It was February, I think, January or early February. And he goes, I want you guys to try the cigar. We're going to be introducing it at the trade show. It's a 10-year anniversary. So we smoke it. And I go, wow, this is pretty good. He goes, yeah, we just made 40,000. This is going to be Decade. And we were at this young guy, had just come from Cuba. He had actually 2 rollers, and his name was Abdel Fernandez.
Yeah, yep.
AJ Cigars. So we're having dinner and all of that, and he's put in the order. We've got 40,000 cigars made for the trade show. And Rocky goes, I'm sorry, this is not Decade. I go, what are you talking about? We just got 40,000 cigars that we had at the trade show that this guy just made. He's not making cigars for anybody else. We've sent Marissa down here for a month because we want it to bunch a certain way. We want our tobacco fermented a certain way. We sent Jesus down here, everything else. And he goes, that's not going to be Decade. I've been working on Decade now for a couple of years out of Honduras. It's going to be Decade. So what are we going to do with all these cigars? Well, so we came out with ITC 10-year. We're rebanding them at the trade show.
Yep.
And the first cigar that Abdel made for us was ITC 10-year. And that's how we became great friends with Abdel. And that's how we started with them.
That's a tremendous story.
Yeah,
that's when you said that cigar, my face just lit up because my friend Scott Northcutt, I think he's joining us on the broadcast. He was smoking, I just turned 40 recently, and he gave me one of the cigars in the pack that he gave me. He gave me a bunch of old age cigars, and I was thrown off. I was thrown for a loop by one of them. One of them was the Renaissance.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, wow. And this was it had been aged for probably 10 years by now. But he was smoking the ITC 10th anniversary, and my face lit up when I saw that because I loved that cigar, and it's just great memories. You guys have had so many great cigars through the years, and it's a great blast from the past. I mean, it's hard to believe it hasn't been that long in the grand scheme of things, but so many cigars you guys had that I enjoyed. I'm glad he brought that up. I loved that release.
One we're bringing back this year, and that was going to be at the trade show release, was the winter blend that AJ had made originally.
No kidding.
That was one of our best sellers. It was limited item, and
yes,
going to be one of our releases at the show. And the other one's quarter century, 25 years in business this year.
Oh my God, it's so hard to believe. 25 years already.
Jeez.
So are you still doing these releases, correct? Even though we're not having technically a trade show.
Correct. We are, and you will find out a little bit more information about that from Scott on Tuesday.
Outstanding. If you guys are listening in and you never smoked the winter blend, unbelievable cigar.
Yeah?
Oh my God. I absolutely loved it. I wrote a review on it when I was a cigar nerd, and I still am. Yeah.
When?
Yeah,
What are you talking about?
Still a cigar nerd, but I was one of the first people blogging about cigars, doing reviews and things, and I I was obsessed. And that winter blend, I remember like the tasting notes I had. And it was so very rich. It was strong, but it had like citrus, like a little muted orange note in it that I just loved. It was a beautiful cigar.
Got me excited.
And very dark, very rich. Man, that's exciting. So you guys heard him. They are coming back out with a winter blend. So for you fans of that back in the day, it's coming back, baby. That's good news. Getting a lot of good news on this.
Yeah.
It's just throwing a lot of good news out there.
Wait till I have my second martini.
Cheers.
Salute. Well, I just want to remind you guys again, we got Nish Petal on with us right now. And because he's been so gracious this month, what a tremendous team. Scott Salmon, our local rep, is awesome. They always do a tremendous job of hiring people. Prior to him, Heath Hill, who's still with the company and doing great things with them. These guys love us here at Cigars and More. We love them. What a tremendous partner. They've given us this beautiful party pack, and we've got several of them in our stores. We've already sold several 3-box deals for people to get this. It's breathtaking when they see it live and in person. And so clearly it's an easy sell. Several people have gotten these already. Yeah. And if you'll look behind us, we have a giant 75-inch TV that Nish has given us to give away to one of you at the end of the month. All it takes is to come in and at the lowest level buy 5 Rocky Patel cigars, and you'll get a draw, one entry into the drawing. If you buy a box of cigars, you're going to get a 5-pack, a lighter, and 3 drawings for the giant TV behind us. But if you buy 3 boxes, yeah, you get 10 drawings for the giant TV, but you get this party pack. And if you haven't seen it, come into the store, put your hands on it, see it for yourself. You're going to leave with 3 boxes of cigars. It's just a fact. It's too beautiful of a piece not to. And we've got 3 different types of leather for you to choose from on these things.
Yeah, and I've seen some of them at the Trussville store. Man,
they're unbelievable.
Yeah, they really are.
Jason, I'm going to make one more deal for anybody that orders today while we're on the show.
Okay.
The TAA cigar, which you guys will be getting pretty soon.
Yes.
So they pre-order it. Instead of the 5 cigars, I want you to throw in 8 cigars.
Will do. You guys heard that? Devin just put the phone number on the screen. If you call right now, call Rocky, who is working up front, at this number, 205-991-3270. If you pre-order a box of the upcoming TAA release that we're going to be getting soon here at Cigars and More, Nish said you won't get 5 cigars. No. You'll get 8 cigars for free. So thank you for that. Call that number right now, 205-991-3270. Let's make this happen. Rocky will answer the phone. Rocky has no idea that Nish just made that deal, so you're going to have to tell him, put my name and number down. I want to pre-order this right now. Right? We'll handle it after the show.
Yeah.
I love it. We're going to confuse the hell out of Rocky, make him work. Rocky does a great job. Not your brother. It's coincidentally, the gentleman who's working, Rocky. Rocky's tremendous. Rocky can handle a lot that's thrown his way at one time. And I can't juggle 2 things at once. It's hard for me to smoke a cigar and pick up my glass of whiskey at the same time.
I've noticed. I've had to clean it up a few times.
Yeah. I promise that has no influence on how much I've had either. So, Nish, I don't want to keep you all evening. We're going to wrap up the show soon. I do want to thank you for joining us. It's always a pleasure, and it's always great to see you. And thank you so much. Everybody's had a good time listening. Appreciate you answering our questions. War Eagle to you. I'm glad you clarified to everybody that you are an Auburn man, and so you're always welcome at my place, brother.
Very much.
Hey, brother, thank you so much, and I hope to see you soon, okay?
Look forward to getting behind all this stuff and getting out there and smoking a cigar and having some cocktails.
Same, brother. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Later. Are we back on there? All right, if you were just joining us, we just had Nish Petal with Rocky Patel Premium Cigars.
Awesome.
Great guy. If you didn't catch it live, go back and watch the interview. Nish is really, truly one of the fun people in this industry, and a great guy, hardworking guy. Told us, gave us some previews about some things that are to come.
Yeah.
Glad we had him on. If you were been a fan of Rocky Patel, especially about 10 or so years ago, maybe even more than 10 years at this point, he just told us that the Rocky Patel Winter Blend is going to be making a comeback. One of my all-time favorite blends.
I've never had it.
You're going to love it.
I cannot wait.
I know. I know some of the things you've tried and tasted, and you're absolutely going to love this cigar. So very excited about that. Devin's got the phone number posted up. If you call Rocky here at the 280 store at 205-991-3270, tell him that you want to pre-order a box of the Rocky Patel TAA edition cigars. By the way, you don't get TAA edition cigars everywhere in the state of Alabama.
No, you don't.
You know why?
Why is that?
Because we're one of only 2 TAA accounts in the entire state.
2.
And there's very few in the entire Southeast. So we're very blessed to be a member of the Tobacconist Association of America. It's an exclusive group of cigar retailers, about the top 80 or so cigar retailers across the country. You're not going to be able to get those anywhere else in this area. You won't find them anywhere else in Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, anywhere south of here in Alabama. So give us a call if you want to pre-order that box. Nish is going to throw in 8 free cigars for you when those come in. So call Rocky at that number, put your name and number down, make a commitment to get that box today, and we're going to get you some free sticks.
Free sticks, baby.
And you just lit another one.
I did.
You're a glutton.
Glutton of cigars. I love this thing, man. The Corojo.
Ooh. Oh, the Old World Reserve is incredible.
I like natural cigars.
Yes.
I'm a big fan of those.
As opposed to fake cigars.
As opposed to the fake ones.
Yes.
You know?
I don't like fake cigars either.
No, they give you they make you go bald or make you wear ball caps all the time.
Plastic cigars, they're tasteless. Yeah, I prefer those. Some good insight.
Yeah.
I'll stop. Sorry. So, you guys, it's good to hear comments from you guys. I'll leave it on the air. It's good to know that at least for you guys, the sound. Can I pull this out of my ear now?
Yeah, we can actually take these out.
I don't have to use this because we're not talking to Nish anymore.
Yeah.
We do want to encourage you to go back and watch that interview. Nish is one of my favorite people in the business.
Yeah.
And he's even better to hang out with in person. He's never met a stranger. And he treats everyone the same, which tells you a lot about the soul of a human being when they treat everyone consistently the same that they come across.
Yeah, he's a pretty cool dude.
Great guy. Looking forward to him coming back. I'm not ready for this cigar to be over.
Well,
I'm enjoying it.
I kind of wanted to ask what everybody's smoking today.
Yeah, so if you let us know, we don't have to wrap up right now. We had a great interview. You know what? It's been a great break from everything that's been going on.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of craziness happening, and it's just good. It's just to kind of get away and just hang out with each other.
You know the best place to get away at?
Where's that?
It's at Cigars and More Lounges that are now open.
Yes, it is.
6 feet distancing.
Yeah, 6 feet distancing. We do have chairs spaced apart in every lounge. Please don't move the chairs. We do not want the health department to come in and have a problem with that. Yeah. Right now, we are being very cooperative, all kidding aside, and it's just great to be able to have 50% capacity right now. I know there are some states that are only allowing 25% capacity.
Really?
Yes, in their lounges, and so we're thankful. Let's not think about what we don't have. Let's be thankful for what we do have right now. But yeah, so it's great to see people back in here. We've got a lounge full. We've got as many that we can legally hold in the lounge right now, and it's wonderful to see. It's starting to. I hate the term "the new normal." It's starting to feel like it's starting to feel like the real normal again.
Yes, that's a great way to put it.
And I hope it stays that way. I refuse to acknowledge the new normal term.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you got a cigar that you're smoking, let us know what you're smoking, especially if it's a Rocky Patel premium cigar. Instagram has been rolling the entire time. If you did not hear, I'm just gonna, you know what? This week, I'm gonna go live in my face with Instagram.
Don't break the camera now.
If you've been watching on Instagram, do us a favor, go back. We have been broadcasting live the entire time on YouTube and Facebook Live.
Yeah.
That is where we had Nish Petal. So after you're done with this, please go. We did get a great comment that says, "Don't bring football politics into this." Dennis Latham's a little bit hurt. If you didn't see it before, by the way, Nish Petal said live on that he is an Auburn fan. So War Eagle to all of you Bammers who are watching this right now. If there is one thing that divides us here in the state of Alabama, it is football.
I would agree with that.
And Nish Petal wanted to make it clear that Heath Hill is to blame for all of those years having to ride in the car and listening to Roll Tide over and over. So glad to know that Nish is an Auburn fan. But all kidding aside, if you want to hear the entire interview, go back and listen to it on YouTube and Facebook once we're done here, and you'll be able to see that sweet face the entire time. You won't see that sweet face because he hides.
Yeah,
he's behind the scenes.
He
doesn't even know that I'm
He's
showing
not even
him.
looking at us.
He's
right
not
now.
even
He
looking.
won't.
He has no idea.
Yeah,
that's right.
Oh, there he is.
And by the way, when you see him, it's John Viviani.
12 seconds.
John Viviani.
John Viviani.
Not Viviani.
I almost
It's
said
Viviani, for those of you watching at home and keeping score. So, I'll set this back up.
So I got a question for you, Jason.
Ask away.
You wouldn't happen to have any more BS stories, would you? Anything that's on your mind?
We do normally do a segment called That's BS, and it's because you like to put that turd on top of my head.
That's very true.
So,
I design the graphics, so I kind of want to use it more often. And by more often, I mean every single show.
I will.
What's up, Daniel?
I will tell you That's BS story. And
okay, go ahead.
I'm not going to call them out by name, but we did, and this is customer shaming, so I'm going to do it anyway because it's funny. He thought it'd be funny to try to get away. So this deal we're running, it's a guy I know. What he didn't know is that someone had gotten away with this earlier, and I was a little upset about it. But it's a beautiful deal we got going on, and it's you buy 3 boxes of Rocky Patel cigars, 20 count or more, by the way, 60 total cigars.
Woo!
Is the spirit of it,
right?
Or more, 60 or more cigars, and you get this here. He thought it would be cute to try to get all 10 count cigars and throw me for a loop. And listen, when Nish Petal has done something nice for you, and he's provided all these wonderful things, don't get cheap on us. Like, play by the rules. Play by the rules. Don't try to pull a fast one on him. God bless his soul. He got on here, and if you took advantage of the deal we had going on online right now, he was giving you more cigars. You try to skirt the system like that, that's BS.
That's BS.
And you know who I'm talking to, and you're a good friend of mine. You better be glad I didn't name you by name. I will if you do it again. But I love you. But that's BS.
That's BS.
That turd, it was always so heavy.
It is. You
I
can
feel
it.
I feel the weight of it on top of my head. It's your favorite thing to do at this show.
It is.
It
is.
Stinks in here all of a sudden.
All of a sudden? What are you talking about? So I think we should show this to YouTube a little bit closer. What do you think?
You want me to pick this up and take it over there? That's what you're really saying, right?
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Let's do it.
Bear with me. I got it.
Okay.
I got it. You work your magic.
I'm working my magic right here.
Let's see if I can do this.
Because nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see that. All right, there you go. Got it?
So,
check this thing out.
Beautiful case. Show them what they can win, man.
Show them what they can win. Dun, da, da, da.
And when you open it up, now this is.
Don't drop anything out of it.
This is real Stingray.
Yeah, Rocky Patel had to harvest it himself.
So this will hold, you see those 10 cigars held in there in a cedar tray. There is a row behind that. It will hold 20 cigars. It comes with 2 rocks glasses, empty bottle of liquor not included, but that is being placed in there right now just to show you that it will hold a full 750 milliliter bottle, table lighter, and cutter.
Yeah.
Also included. It has its own place for it. So.
Well, the question I have is how many torches is that? Is that
He said 5 torches.
Man, that's crazy.
So.
Can we pull that thing out of there?
Oh, that's a 4. This particular one's a 4 torch.
Yeah, but that's pretty nice. I gotta say, man, getting tight into that one.
It's gorgeous. Let me clip my fingernails a little bit.
Maybe, just maybe. So all you have to do to get that is go to any Cigars and More and purchase 3 boxes, and Bam.
We got them on display.
Yeah, you can also call us.
We've got 3 different types of leather finish on these for you to choose from.
Yeah.
So we're even giving you an option. So I like options.
Yeah. They've got the lighter color leather, the more...
they got the ostrich, the stingray, and alligator.
Alligator?
Yes.
So we got all the predators in there.
We got them all.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I'm the apex predator.
You're something.
That's what they call me at the poker table. And you just dropped your cigar.
I did not.
With that.
Oh, no. There it is.
It's about time to wrap up another edition of Cigars More Live Behind the Curtain. We've got some great behind-the-scenes information from Nish Petal about some upcoming things. If you didn't catch us live and didn't catch all that, go back and watch us on YouTube at Birmingham Cigars channel, and also look at on Facebook, Cigars and More 280's Facebook page, and you'll be able to rewatch those videos and get some tremendous information from Nish. You'll get to see really of overall history of their company and how it's developed through the years. An incredible success story within this industry, and so very happy to be partnered up with these guys.
Yeah, this is a great deal we have going on, especially for that TV.
Absolutely, man. We've been selling a ton of cigars just 3 or 4 days into the month. So we do appreciate you guys joining us again. Thank you all. We've seen the numbers. A lot of people watching today. Seeing Nish. Go back and watch it again. Some great information on this week's show. No thanks to myself, but still great information nonetheless.
Yeah.
Thank you for saving the day, as you always do. You and John Vivani, not Viviani, and Devin Brackett. With you again, I'm Jason. Thank you for joining us. And Devin, will you please send us off with that thing that you like to say?
You know, Jason.
I can't say it. It's your saying.
I know, but you know what's great about cigars?
What?
They just connect everybody. And smoking cigars, but smoking in general is human. But smoking a cigar is divine.
It is divine.
Yeah.
And with that, thank you guys for joining us again for another edition of Cigars and More Live Behind the Curtain. We'll see you again next week.
See you later, Gator.